Is
Hello.
Mr. Escobar?
Yes, it's he.
Awesome. I'm Jello. I'm here for the interview.
All right. Follow me this way. What did you say your name was again?
Jello?
Jello. Do you have a last name?
Yes, Mazer. Jello? Mazer.
Maser.
Yeah, I just sent it to you.
Oh,
Alright,
oh, there we
I
go.
showed you my ID.
Jello. Mazzer. Excellent. And how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. Um, I you have a cousin in the city, correct?
Yes.
All right. But you've shown interest in the Department of Justice.
Yes, I have been a lawyer in many different cities, and it's like I like to do that. And it looks like you guys are need DOJ because I have never seen a lawyer on.
Well, we do have plenty of lawyers, but the police rarely calls them. So I guess that may be one of the reasons why they don't feel compelled. How long have you been a resident of Neon?
A few weeks.
Okay, so fairly new.
No. I've played this city. Or I'm sorry, I've been in the city on and off a long time. Leave the city, move somewhere else, come back. Rinse and repeat.
Gotcha. And what made you become interested in the Department of Justice?
Well, like I said, I mean, I have a lot of friends who, whenever they need a lawyer, there's just not a
Hmm,
lawyer on, or there's not one they could find. And I'm really good at my job. I've done really well in other cities, and I was like, you know what? I've always played here as a citizen. Never really did anything else, and I was like, let me spice it up a little bit. Let me be a lawyer.
okay,
At a city in head, I know a lot about lawyer stuff as well. So, I'm gonna
great,
put my skills to use.
awesome. So, how long would you say you've been practicing?
A few years.
Okay, and it's always been on the defense attorney side or multiple other roles?
I've done district attorney, never a high position though.
Okay,
Mostly just like private practice attorney, for people.
sure. So, defense. All
Yes.
right. Do you mind if I ask you a couple of legal questions?
Sure.
All right. We'll keep it nice and brief. What is the judiciary of a city?
What is the judiciary of the city?
Yes. What does how would you define the judiciary?
Guess it's kind of just like the legal aspect of the city. So, assuming you're talking about like the city aspect, you got like the district attorneys, the public defenders, stuff like that. Then you got like the private attorneys in between, I guess, where they're just taking on clients. And then the balance is just like making sure that the job as an attorney to make sure is to come to a compromise, or if my client is innocent, to get their charges dropped, and then obviously plead down their charges. So it's a combination of everybody working together, trying to get the best possible outcome, and then making sure people are held accountable as well. It's my best answer, I guess.
Okay. What is, in your opinion, the rule of law?
The rule of law. So there's the law, and then it's like, how do we get there, right? So for example, like there's a law, and we got to make sure that people are enforcing that, which are usually not the lawyers, sorry, like the police officers. They're doing their job by enforcing that law, but doing it the right way. Not cutting corners, not doing shady things to uphold the law. Because at that point, you're not really upholding the law. You're just you're tainting it. So like kind of like poisonous fruit, or the fruit from the poisonous tree type stuff. If you know what that means. Is everybody's doing everything the right way, and making sure there's a like a good strict standard. Because the second you don't follow the standard and you don't uphold the law, at least like with good intentions, and there's malice, it's not good for everybody. And then even if you caught somebody doing some really grimy stuff, but you didn't do your job right, now that whole case gets thrown out, and you just let somebody walk away because you didn't want to do your job.
Right? Let me give you a scenario pertaining to something that happens quite frequently in the city. Um, let's say that allegedly one of your clients is near the airport, and one of the people he's selling to, selling allegedly controlled substances to, alerts the police. Um, and so he becomes alerted that, oh, the police may be onto me now. So he stops selling. The police immediately arrive and just see him in the vicinity.
Oh,
They,
that's that's
they
super
have
illegal.
they have no evidence that he was selling anything. They have no body cam footage of any of the alleged crimes that he allegedly committed.
Hmm.
They just have that gut feeling that, well, we just got a call from dispatch to this location. It so happens that he's the only person nearby. So they take him
Yep.
into custody, read him his rights, and ask him if he wants a lawyer or not. Obviously, that's when you come in. How would you handle this situation?
Well, off what you told me, it sounds like a legal search and seizure. Just because you're in the vicinity of a crime area doesn't mean that you're guilty. You know what I'm saying? Especially an
Mm-hmm.
airport. Airport is high traffic area. There could be millions of people at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
So unless he was doing suspicious behavior, if the cop approached him and he ran away, that's a different story. But from what you're telling me, the cops just pulled up, rolled up on him. Hey, you're under arrest because there's a call in this area, and we just think you're it. I mean, that's not the law of the land. It's illegal. No due process. Just assuming he's guilty straight off the bat. Sure, he allegedly might have had illegal substances on him, but just like I said, fruit of
No,
the
no, no,
poisonous
nothing.
tree.
Nothing was found on him. Nothing
Oh,
whatsoever.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so his rights were definitely violated then. Like I said, one thing if he allegedly had substances, but going back to the fruit of the poisonous tree, like if you do something legally, you're not following the law and doing things the right way. It doesn't matter if you catch somebody killing somebody, you just didn't do your job right. So that evidence all gets thrown out,
So
and you
let's
can't
say,
chart.
so let's
You
say
know,
that, let's say that the officer is experienced, very experienced. He knows this.
that don't
However,
matter.
however, he declines to give in to your rationale, and he says, "Well, he's going to get booked today." What do you do?
Okay, that's why there's courts. We'll take the officer to court, and we'll take the PD to court.
Okay, very good. One last question: when is it legally allowed to perform or carry out a search, seizure upon not only a vehicle but any property whatsoever
Hmm.
without a warrant?
Probable cause. So, for example, let's say I am an officer and I see you exchange drugs in hand. I see you make a hand to hand transaction with drugs and cash included. And I see you hop in your vehicle. I pull you over. That's probable cause. You got into that vehicle. How do I know you didn't stash that money into your vehicle? So, that's a reasonable thing for me to search you. Like, as long as I saw you committing a crime, I saw you that either you went in your house, you went in your vehicle, now that's associated with a crime because you were actively engaged in a crime and then went to your personal property. So now I have the right to search that because I don't know if you stash guns, drugs, stuff like that. So that becomes all tainted and that becomes a part of my probable cause. But let's say I pull you over, that doesn't mean I can go search your house unless I get a warrant, but I can search your vehicle. You know what I'm saying?
When would it be an indication for law enforcement to search your house without a warrant?
Uh, so let's say there's a urgency of life situation. So let's say somebody's like, "Hey, this person is holding somebody hostage. We need to get in their house." Right? I'm not going to go to the judge and be like, "Hey, need you send this warrant where somebody's being held hostage." Right? So urgent
Mhm.
situations where life is at stake, or like I said, like I saw you selling drugs outside of your porch, and then you go walk inside your house. You know what I'm saying? Like Now I seen you commit a crime and then you went back into your residence. Like now I'm gonna come in there and get you. I'm
Mm,
only gonna look for the evidence, right? Like I'm not gonna search your house and look for everything. So for example, let's say I'm looking for a gun, right? Um, I can't search things that can't hold that item that I'm looking for. So like if I'm looking for something small, I'm not gonna go freaking bust open every drawer. Like I'm gonna be like, all right, this is what I should be reasonably looking through. And if something doesn't fit in that area, I shouldn't go through it. So I would have to be reasonably looking in my scope.
all right. So, Mr. Mazel, um,
Yes.
thank you for your interest in the Department of Justice. I'd love to bring you on board, and we will. Um, what branch of DOJ are you interested in?
Um, I would definitely like to do mainly private attorney, like clients. I would definitely not be against doing public defending or like, coming to court. But I think my main practice is private law because it looks like there's a lot of government stuff, like public defend or not.
Yes,
I'm sorry, like attorneys and judges. I don't
mhm,
think I've seen a lot of private attorneys though.
correct. Well, if you wish to engage in the private practice of law, um, any attorney can engage in such practice. That's the entrepreneur spirit. There's nothing uh, prohibiting that. The only thing that we would like to remind each attorney is that your bar license is granted by the department, and whether you choose to practice for one or the other, the rules apply equally to the same high standards.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
I definitely won't be committing crime, so don't worry about me losing my license.
I'll grant you the bar license and bring you on board. There is,
Okay.
however, a transition period from the probationary license to a full authorized law
Okay.
license. And that can range between a week and all the way up to a month, but rarely is that the case.
Yeah, I'm a
Um,
grinder, so time doesn't bother me.
great. So, what is your lucky number?
101. Question for you though.
Sure.
I would definitely like to work with you on a case by case basis. Like I said, I think I want to stick to private right now, but I might definitely want to come into the government later on. Or like if you guys need extra help, I definitely would love to join you guys like on a case by case, as a consulate.
So there is a mails which you're already a part of, and we have that's a great source of new client acquisition because they often are just coming in making requests, and you know if you want to engage in that acquisition, you're more than welcome to do so, um, and that just further expands whatever plans you have for growth and whatnot.
So I can answer in the emails like tickets to people to help them out.
Oh yes, for sure.
Oh,
That's
perfect, perfect.
Allow me just a sec.
Put a dot in general chat.
Let me give you the name. Hmm? Yes. You said to drop a dot where?
You talking to me?
Mhm. Drop a dot in what general? Oh, okay. I see. Is there any other? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
And so you should have roles in
Yes, I see all
mail.
this stuff.
Next, we'll do roles here in city.
Yes, sir. I see everything right now in the emails.
Okay. 101. Okay. Have you received that?
You said what?
You should have the roles in city as well now.
Oh, roles in city. Let me see. I think so. Like the F7 muscle.
Four.
Ah, yes, I see it.
Okay. So I'll just give you a real brief return feedback. The judiciary stands for members of chamber with judicial power, such as magistrates, district court judges, Supreme Court justices. Those are the judiciary. And the rule of law states that the law will apply equally to everyone, regardless of position, regardless of anything. No one is above the law. That is the rule of law. Um, and that's pretty much it. Do you have any questions for me?
No. So, you said usually about a week to a month. As long
Correct.
as I'm active, I guess, and doing whatever
Right.
I'm supposed to be doing is when I'll get promoted to like
You
the.
have you have full privileges to practice. Um, the promotion or uh, the license change usually takes about a week in the least and a month at most, depending on activity. I would recommend you read on mails all the sections pertaining to your particular practice of law so that you're aware of procedures and how things run.
Mhm.
And in the meantime, if you have any questions, doubts, concerns, suggestions of any kind, you're more than welcome to contact me. I can give you my phone number here. And here's mine. There you go. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay. And best of luck in your career.
Awesome. Thank you. We'll definitely be seeing each other.
Certainly.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank
I'm
you.
gonna put my suit on. You caught me while I was going to the gym.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Hmm.